What is up, JL Life? Modo here. Today, well, it's been 4 years since we've had both Jeeps. Here are the 5 things that Jeep absolutely f***ed up. Number 5. Don't mind that guy. Seriously, what dumbass thought these were a good idea? Every single last damn one. How they didn't learn from the JK model is just mind-numbingly frustrating. You put something in it one time, then they look like the ball sack from an 89-year-old man on a 110-degree day, not wearing any shorts. I just don't understand, because once you use it once, it's completely useless. As you see, the net hangs down below the door frame. You can't put anything of value in there because you're going to absolutely crush it when you go to shut your door. If you're the Jeep engineer who thought this was a good idea, go throat punch yourself. Number 4. The sun visors. This right here. And this is a design flaw, and let me explain why this happens. Once sun is in your face, you lower it down, you push it. And this corner right here is where it starts to contact up here. Let's show you on the one that's not broken. So as it goes down, as you can see, this corner starts to push up against this corner to the top of the A-pillar. As you can see, that gives you a very small window to drive. The taller you are, the more you take out of it, right? Because you start losing that window and you want to be able to see more than 20 feet in front of your vehicle, you try to push it up more. Well, what starts to happen as you push it down, it leverages and breaks whatever the hell is holding that together in there. How this wasn't designed to have this corner cut off, it's beyond me. What the hell were you thinking? Number 3. You bet your ass I was going to talk about auto park. This is such a frustrating feature with the Jeep JL. Let me explain why. I can't tell you how many times I've come out to work on my Jeep. I put the wheel chocks in, I'm sitting there, I'm doing my wrenching. I'm like, okay, well, let's get the wheel chocks out of the way. I usually pull the Jeep off of the wheel chocks to pull them out. Safety first. Only to be greeted with that just frustrating thing. Yeah, I get it. It's not a deal breaker. But the fact that Jeep lets you drive around without any doors, without an issue, but when you have it partially ajar and you're trying to move it, whoa, pump the brakes, pal. That's not allowed. Well, Modell, that's a safety feature, and you should just be grateful that it's there. I don't see what the problem is when I'm only crawling forward. Sure, I hit 10 miles an hour, it's like, okay, we're shutting you down. Your door is ajar. That would make more sense. But watch this. Know when it will not work? When the kids in the back seat need it. So yes, it will throw you in auto park when the driver door is partially ajar, but none of the other doors. Logic. You can't tell me that makes any sense. The Jeep is smart enough to throw it in auto park when the driver door is ajar, but none of the other doors. And then of course, don't forget, you can remove your doors and drive with no doors. What were you thinking? Number 2. Here's another really irritating one, are the seat belts. Now, there are plenty of times I'll be out four-wheeling, I throw it in park, put on the parking brake, take off my seatbelt, I hop out to either spot somebody, record somebody, or just watch somebody do something cool.
Good luck, boys!
I go to jump back in to go and do whatever it is I'm doing, and the seatbelt locks. Now, your seatbelt will automatically lock when you hit a certain camber or tilt on your Jeep, and, well, it's aggravating. And again, this goes back to logic. Your Jeep is smart enough to know when the seatbelt is plugged in. It should know not to lock the damn thing when it's unbuckled. Like, that seems like a really simple thing, but again, whoever green-lighted this, it must have been dropped on their head as a baby. I can't make logic of it. The boxed frame. What that means is that the frame is completely enclosed, unlike something that is an open framed, which is open on one side. Now, I don't have an issue with the frame being boxed. This is the issue I have. Inside your boxed frame, you have these piss poor welded on nutserts on the inside of the frame, which is typically used for skid plates to mount onto. Now, issues I have had are them getting knocked loose. This guy right here, one of the body bolts that are supposed to be welded inside of the boxed frame. The box frame. Look at that. That's awesome. Then, of course, being a boxed frame, you can't access it to weld it back in. You can't put a flag nut on the backside. You got to sit there and weld in new, and I just haven't gotten to it. You have to sit there, weld in a weldable nut from the bottom, then you got to tap and die it to get it to fit. We have 2 Jeeps, and I've had this happen to 3 of the bolts. I've resorted to tack welding corners of my skid plates onto my frame because of this. Either do a better job attaching these things inside of the frame where you know we can't reach, or provide an easier way for me to be able to get a flag nut inside the damn thing. You think we're done? Bonus. The FAD, the front axle disconnect. Now, I get the logic. It makes it simple for your average person to be able to go off-roading and make it easy. Well, maybe keep that on the lower end axles. At least with the Dana 44, it should have been a straight axle. They should have put locking hubs on the end. And Dana knew how crappy of a design it was because they removed it from their Dana 44 Ultimate that was designed for the JL and the JT. It was done for cost. There are certain things you shouldn't cut corners on, and that is definitely one of them. Most of the axle brakes I have seen on the JLs have always been right at the FAD. Granted, I have welded mine in and I have trussed mine. I still don't trust it. These are the 5 things I feel Jeep absolute bet on. If you don't agree with me, well, this is the hill I'm willing to die on. So, whoever had a hand in greenlighting these ideas, go work for Kia or some other piss poor brand, but damn dude, do a better job. In all reality, I love the Jeeps, but those 5 things are absolute missteps that Jeep should have done a better job on. It's not always a job of aftermarket to fix your lack of forethought into things that can become a problem or a nuisance. But guys, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you disagree, well, guess what? We're not here to watch your opinion, are we? Y'all, keep it easy.